The presenting sponsor of Upmarket is Aereo, the best place to grow and manage your real estate media business online at aereo.com. That's ARYEO.com. Coming to you from the Upmarket suite at Palms Resort and Casino in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. This is Upmarket, a podcast about the business of real estate photography and media. My name is Reed Fish. I'm the CEO and the co-founder of Upmarket Media. And Mark Corcoran, last time I saw him, he was at the craps table, drunk off his ass at 6 a.m. And so I don't know if he's going to be on this podcast. Chelsea producing from afar. Back in Ventura, holding down the fort, or actually in Ojai. And then Nikki is here at PMRE helping us out filming. So Nikki, hello, you don't have a mic. And you know what? I'm so happy that we're here at PMRE, of course, the Photo and Media for Real Estate Conference. And we are doing these PMRE episodes in conjunction with iGUIDE. So a big thank you to iGUIDE. You can go to goiguide.com and check out all iGUIDE has to offer, including their new planning system. It's fantastic. So look, one of the great things about PMRE is you get to network and you get to meet people. And in fact, they have a really cool app that all attendees get to use. And it kind of lists everyone who's going to be at the conference. It has headshots and you can write a bio in there. And so I was kind of trolling it, looking for victims for the Action Item Spectacular episode. And I happened across this certain somebody. And I admit, it was kind of late in the evening. I had been drinking, but I clicked over. I read this is an interesting bio, and I clicked through to the social media, and then I started just holding my head and tearing. Literally, I was just doing this, tearing my hair, because these videos, I had never seen anything like it in our space. And so I have Alex Coombs here of Northern Spruce Media in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. And Alex, okay, you got to walk me through this.
Yeah.
You have 4 or 5 videos on there where you personally are starring in the videos for the realtors. Mm-hmm. So how in the hell does this work?
Oh my God. So basically what I wanted to do was I wanted to leverage how we can grow our social media channel. So Instagram is our main base for social media. We have TikTok. It doesn't do as well. That's not our main focus. Right. So I was like, how can I leverage this, but also get our clients involved to make them feel super special? So we started doing something called Friday Feature. So, and it got super popular where agents started emailing us being like, I want to be part of Friday Feature. I want to be part of Friday Feature. So how do I become part of this? So then we got a list of agents and all their top listings. And, it's a free service. But the good thing with Instagram is you can collab posts.
Yeah,
so
sure.
It's getting me exposure, my company exposure, but then also getting that listing exposure. So one, their clients think it's amazing because now it's hitting different outlet channels. Sure. And then the agent think it's amazing because number one, it's free. Of course, we've had the shoot the house before, or else we're not going to do it because I'm not doing a whole video for free. Right. But yeah, we go and we just shoot the shit and I just blast whatever comes out of my mouth is what usually happens anyways.
Well, but you did one where you're changing outfits.
Yes, that one was insane. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like Freaky Friday.
Yes.
Where you were and then it was, and two, and I do have to shout you out because also you look in all the headshots and it's all just kind of dorky people with their backgrounds and stuff. And you're clearly got a hat on and skateboarding in your headshot. And you're this cool skater chick who has this big company and you're doing this. And it's bringing a voice that I have not seen in our industry to that. And so, okay, so you're doing these videos for free, but obviously, you've already shot the house. So you've already made your $1,000 or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, the idea is to put you in front of more realtors, basically.
Yes, it's to put us in front of more realtors, but realtors that have no idea who we are. Right. So I'm like, how can I tap into not only different regions within our province, but how do I tap into different provinces? How do I tap into different countries? And agents have other agents that follow them. And, these videos, we would get 8,000 views. Some of them would go a little bit viral. And it's just it's all due to collaboration with the agent. So, here's the thing. I will share it on my personal account. The agent will share it on their personal account, their business account. And then, you're hitting 3 different outlets just there. And then, if you collab with the brokerage, you could be reaching thousands of different accounts.
Yeah, the collab post is like truly like I mean, just the best thing you can do. I mean, it's amazing. That is, but then you had to decide that you're the star.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, and obviously, I've known you for about 8 minutes.
Yeah.
And but it seems like you have a lot of charisma.
Yeah.
And so, was that an easy decision, or were you like, I don't know, how did you come up with the idea, really?
Oh my God. I somehow, well, not somehow, I started the company. So it's just like, I became that first point of contact, that familiar face, the face that people trust.
Right.
So putting my face out there, I'm now the Northern Spruce brand.
Right.
And people are like, how are you not leveraging that? And I was like, you're right. Why not?
Yeah,
so
of course.
Putting me in front of there, I'm super comfortable in front of the camera. I don't care. The moment you can let loose and just be authentic, which is a very hard thing for realtors to do, because they feel like, I'm a realtor, I gotta stiffen up. I
gotta have my Mercedes. And
exactly. And it's like, fuck off. Like, here we go. Let's just spit the shit. What is your favorite things about this house? And, if it's the cracks in the floor, let's talk about the cracks in the floor. It makes the house authentic. You know what I mean? So it's just like,
oh man, that's a tough sell.
Yeah.
I mean, to a lot of agents, but I commend you for pulling that off. But do you shoot anymore?
I shoot sometimes. It has to be a really good reason.
Right. Okay. And so just for a little background, you said your company is about 7 years old.
Yeah.
And now you have, and I'm not shitting you, 17 employees. 17
employees,
in 7 years. Okay, that's phenomenal. But then, like you said, you're known as the brand.
Yeah.
So how did you kind of transition into having all these employees? Because that's one thing Mark and I continue to struggle with. Not me anymore, because I quit shooting long enough ago, and people don't want to be around me anyway. So with Mark, we still getting so many people. Mark needs to shoot this one. Mark needs to shoot this mobile home.
Yeah.
Literally, we have people saying that. We're like, he doesn't. Nikki is wonderful. She's a wonderful shooter, and you will not notice a difference in the photos. So how have you managed that?
Of course, that's the thing. It's like, people trust your quality of work, and I come from a teaching background, so that's another thing. So I was a natural teacher. So being able to teach my employees how to shoot just like me, and trust me, I would not let them shoot a house for weeks, maybe even a month alone, till it was just until it was at my level.
Right.
And the quality control within the whole company, you won't know who's shooting. Right. And that's the best thing about it. Whether it's photo, video, we have our own little spices of creativity in our own shots and stuff like that. But, it's the consistency. It's the consistency in shooting, but we also have a partnership with Sony. So it's like everyone only shoots Sony. So that's another thing about the quality, is it all looks the same.
You have a partnership with Sony?
Yeah. So basically with Sony, what we do is anyone who comes to the company has to shoot Sony. So we only buy Sony cameras. If they shoot Canon, we train them on Sony, and then they also give us some sort of rebate, here, trade in your Canon for a Sony, or I buy them a Sony, and then, now they're Sony shooters. So it's just a win-win. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. A lot to unpack here. Everyone's style is the same. So, that's what we've been having too, is yes, all the photos are the same, but then people think because Nikki shot it, it's somehow inferior.
Yeah.
Even though it's literally, I get the shoots come in, I have no idea who shot what.
Yeah.
And I never do.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. It's
it's a slow process of trust. And, my clients have been with me for long enough to know that if I have this employee hired, they have to be good.
Right.
And I'm the type of person that I hire for attitude. Why? Because you can't train it.
Right.
Okay. So you cannot train
That's
attitude.
Nikki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nikki, there you go. But so I hire for attitude, and I train like me.
Right.
And then, it's the trust. The trust is there.
Yeah. That's I think that's the thing that we often overlook, is we are hiring for skill sets often.
Yes.
Right. And we've actually dumbed down our processes that even Nikki can do them. So it's like
poor thing. Poor thing in the corner over there.
Yeah. No, I mean, we just shoot HDR, and then we basically have the video is a little tougher to have a total system down, but I think what we do is pretty basic, and so we feel like anyone can do it. And if like, I think the line is like, do you know what an f-stop is? If you do, we can hire you. If you don't, maybe you're not quite ready.
Right. Yeah.
It's like a passing familiarity with cameras is good.
Exactly.
But outside of that, because a regular photographer, even if they're like skilled, they don't know how to shoot real estate photography.
Yeah.
It's a totally different, different deal.
Yeah.
And it's really, when you're shooting in HDR, it's really just about where you're putting the camera.
Yeah.
And then of course the whole other side of it is how you're interacting with the clients on site, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what are you shooting? Are you shooting HDR?
Yeah, we shoot HDR, usually 3 brackets.
Yeah.
We'll do 5 if it's totally necessary. But to be honest, I do not see the fucking difference between 3 and 5. I don't. I don't see
the difference between HDR and Flambient usually. So people,
exactly. Well, there you go.
Except Flambient takes you 3 times as long.
Yes. But so we shoot HDR. Mm-hmm.
And then, so you have a big team. Are you editing in-house or outsourcing?
We are editing in-house currently.
Oh,
yes,
whoa.
Not great.
Wow.
I
see an efficiency that you could have.
Probably. I locked in a meeting this morning, so we are good with that. Yeah.
So then your workflows, and then are you also, what's the speed of your delivery if you're editing in-house?
Photos are 24 hours as standard, and video is 48 hours.
Okay.
Unless it's a super luxe listing, then we ask for some grace there.
Sure. Yeah, because we're delivering everything next morning by 9:30. So even video, because we're outsourcing our video editing now too.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think, to be perfectly candid, you do lose a little bit of quality in the video. It's hard to, the photos you can kind of get dialed in a lot easier. The video is a little tougher, and it's language barriers, and it's just the nuances, the cultural nuances are can be a little bit tough. And so we've really been like, kind of trying to figure out a way where we can elevate our videos, and maybe that's going to be finding like a new editor. Because it's really hard.
Yeah, that's the thing too. So I met with Steve from Auto Enhanced AI, and I was just like, what do I need? I need an AI video editor, that would be key to probably everyone's solution, but to edit like me. So I need to train it, shadow my editors for the next year and then make that happen. But it's not there yet.
No, it's not. But you can see where it's coming.
Yeah.
You can see where it's coming.
Yeah.
Well, and I think what it is, and what I've kind of been hearing in the AI space is like, I've been saying for like a year, so the editors are the Walking Dead, right? They're gone.
Yeah.
And I'm hedging on that a little bit because AI just isn't, it may get to be good enough, but it's not good enough yet.
Yeah, no.
So, but I think what can happen is the AI can do the first pass, and then the editors can kind of take it from there and simplify their workflows.
Yeah.
But still, have jobs, I think.
Yeah.
Is what's going to happen.
Yeah. The solution that I want is, I want the easy stuff to be done by some sort of AI or, like the basics.
Yeah.
And then anything that's like custom or luxury, I will never give that to a robot in a million years, because it's just like, it doesn't have that human touch to it. That can't, it's not going to tell the story the way I do. It's not going to tell the way the house deserves to be shown. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because they weren't there.
Yeah. And if you're doing like your Friday things, it's like that it's too creative. It's too narrative.
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Or maybe someday, but.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Well, I think that we're recording this before the conference, and so we don't know what's in store. Maybe we're going to learn. Maybe we're going to find out what's going to happen and all this stuff.
I would die of happiness with that. So would my team.
I'm moderating a panel on the future of our industry, so I get to. So I can, if you got any tough questions you want to ask, you just you let me know.
Okay.
How is like? You said that your business exploded in 1 month, or something. And that was recent?
Yeah, it was recent. So basically what happened, and this is me just like networking and trying to build a really big trust with one of the biggest agents in the world.
One of the individual agents.
So no, he's like a brokerage. Like he's like his own brokerage. If people know, his name is Rob Golfi. So he's number 1 in Canada, number 2 worldwide. And I think he has a team of 80 agents. So he is massive.
Yeah.
So to be able to handle that, you need a lot of people.
Right.
So we got the contract locked in, and I was like, holy shit, we need to now hire 4 people. One, we need someone to manage, so client care.
Right.
So we hired a manager for it. Then we hired...
So you have a manager for one client?
Just for him, yeah. So it's just like...
It's a concierge service, basically.
It's white glove service, and that's like a huge thing for us. It's like we want to be the Ritz-Carlton of real estate media.
Wow.
So yeah. So
we're Holiday Inn.
Yeah. That is so good. Shit. Oh my God. I can't be Holiday Inn. I can't.
No. Yeah. Me neither, but I slum it sometimes.
Yeah. So it's just like we hired all these people, and the way I trained them, which was amazing. And I wouldn't even say train. And I think anybody who is hiring at a high scale or rapid growth should do this. Is I rented an Airbnb for 3 days. And basically, I went through all these interviews and I picked the people that I thought were going to be good. Mm-hmm. Okay. And all the people that I thought were going to be good, it was like a test. So think of it as like you're trying out for a sports team.
Right.
So I had all these people come out and I was training them one-on-one or testing them one-on-one / training them without them realizing it. And then I brought in my leads. So my photo leads, my video leads, and they also came and helped with the training parts. Mm-hmm. And then from there, you get to see what their attitude is like when you give them constructive criticism. 2, you get to see how they actually shoot. Everyone can sell themselves so easy, but the moment they put a camera in their hand, you're like, shit, you have no idea what you're doing. So it's like, from there, I picked the best ones. I put the second draft, and I'm like, when we grow in the spring, which we will, I'll bring you on.
Right.
But right now, this is what you need, X, Y, and Z to make it to this company. So it's like I've built this reputation around Northern Spruce and around real estate that people now want to work with us. And it's like draft pick. It's like NBA draft pick, man. It's crazy. So with that, it was just like they initially got 2 days training, 3 days training, and then we hired them from there. And it's like I already know what their skill set is. I know what they need.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, that's managing, how much of your time now is spent managing 17 employees versus like all the other stuff? I mean, do you have someone else who can kind of manage that day to day, or is it really you?
Yeah. So I have 3 amazing people, 3 amazing ladies that work in the office. I have an office manager, another office manager, and then I guess she's like the vice president of the company, but she just works hard in the back end. So I almost don't need to worry about anything. And it got to the point where it's like everyone's just coming to me for minor things, and I'm like, don't come to me unless it's unless there's a fire. So unless there's a fire, nobody's contacting me directly with minor things. So yeah.
I know. Sometimes I on the drive out here with Mark, we were talking and it was like, like I think Barack Obama said, if a problem gets to my desk, it's a fucking problem.
Yes.
I mean, he didn't use that language.
Yeah.
But I almost feel like me as a CEO, if I have to deal with it, okay, yeah, it's a problem.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's a disgruntled client, it's the this, it's the that. Yeah.
I'll never be able to grow the company if I'm dealing with, I scrape my knee. I don't care about you scraping your knee.
Yeah.
Tell me when you broke your knee. Because then I need to replace you.
Exactly. Then I need to show you the door.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna go break some kneecaps right now. So I need to take a little quick break. So we're gonna come back. We're gonna have a social media sidebar, and then we're gonna talk a lot more. Something exciting is going on with your company that I want to talk about.
Yeah.
And then we are going to get action items, and look, we're getting the international action items. We got a Canadian one and an American one today.
Yay.
So this is going to be great.
Okay.
All right, we'll be right back. Oh, Aereo, I know we are all still talking about it. The big news. You can now, if you're an Aereo user, highlight your business with photographer branding on Zillow. That's right. Whenever anyone is browsing Zillow and your photos are up there, you're going to have your logo right underneath. If you're an Aereo user, this is amazing news because agents bitch about Zillow all the time, but they're all using it. They're all in there. They're looking at photos and they're going to see your logo if you are an Aereo user. And not only are they going to see that logo, but the photos are going to look pretty sweet because now you can have HD photos on Zillow if you're an Aereo user. So not only is your stuff going to be on there, it's going to look better than anyone else's. These are just 1 or 2 more of the many reasons why you might want to check out Aereo. It's the all-in-one platform to help grow and manage and scale your business. It's Aereo.com, ARYEO.com. Use the code Upmarket at checkout. And if you're a new user, you're going to get 15 free bonus listings. Aereo.com. I had the craziest dream last night, and I tell you what, there was nothing about a floor plan in this dream. Because night after night after night for a couple years now, I've just been like, it's like sugar plum fairies in my head, in my dreams, but it's floor plans. It's floor plans. They're just floating around. Like, you know, sometimes if it's a nightmare, they're mocking me. They're like, wee. But sometimes, you know, they're just these beautiful floor plans, just like dangling down in front of my eyes, lulling me back to sleep. Well, I'm dreaming, so I am asleep, but you know what I mean. It's just giving me peace, inner peace. If I see floor plans dangling in front of my eyes, it does. It makes, it's almost like a meditation. And I know that those floor plans that I see in my dreams, they were made by Second Floor app, because Second Floor app is one of the best ways you can make floor plans from your phone quickly. You're going to walk through a house and it's going to take me, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes, depending on how big the house is. And boom, instantly, its built-in AI is going to be able to make that floor plan instantly as soon as you finish scanning it, and you can upsell it to your client, deliver it right then and there. It is the quickest turnaround for any floor plan product. Second Floor app, such an amazing tool. We should all check it out. It's secondfloorapp.com. That's all spelled out. secondfloorapp.com/upmarket, and you're going to get a free month of service. Oh, Second Floor. Social media sidebar time. We are Upmarket Pod across all social media, of course. So rate and subscribe, all those kind of things you would do in your podcast apps. I know you've never listened to the podcast.
Yeah, no.
You know, so it's time.
Okay,
get in there.
I'm going to for sure.
5-star ratings, and I know you're taking a road trip to California after this.
Yes.
So you got some time to pop in some episodes. And so, Alex, where can we find you?
Northern Spruce Media. It's our Instagram handle.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
that
and then
sense.
My personal is Alex__Coombs.
The double underscore.
Double underscore because one underscore is taken.
Yeah. So Coombs, COOM.
BS. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You end in BS always.
Yes.
Yeah. So, okay, but you did mention in the beginning that you're like, is Instagram like your main source of new clients? Or,
yes. Yeah, for sure. It's just like, you know, once you get to a certain level, especially in your area, you stop getting word of mouth clients. You can't predict where it's coming anymore. You know, it's just like I can't expect Jimmy to, you know, tell his best friend anymore about NSM because his friend already knows about us.
Sure.
So it's just like, how do we reach? The Friday feature was a good one. But the main thing was we just started getting mad client referrals all from Instagram. And it's just like people were seeing our portfolio and being like, wow, this is amazing. Let's check out their website. Their website matches their Instagram. Like everything is so clean. So, and yeah, they can see a vibe. They can see a culture. They can see a purpose.
Right.
Yeah.
And then do you have someone on your team managing the social media, or is it you?
Yeah, we have a social media manager.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's all they do?
That's all they do.
It must be nice to have 17 employees.
It is.
I mean, it must be a nightmare as well, too.
It was at first.
Yeah.
It was, but now I don't have to worry about anything. So it's nice.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you how much do you actually work?
A lot, just consistently.
Yeah, I know.
Always.
You're like, oh, my time is free now, and then I just fill it with more work.
No,
Yeah.
see, that's the thing. It's like I love working so much. I think if I stopped working, I'd be dead. Yeah. I gotta work.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't know.
Grow.
I can sit and like talk like this. That's fine. I guess this is working.
This is working for you. Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
kind of working. For me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes it's not working for me. I don't know.
Yeah, you're having a beer while
I
working.
am having
See?
a beer. Yeah. We're very pro drinking on this podcast.
Yeah.
So it's.
Well, I'm having a beer while working too now. So
that's
this is good.
And it's like 11 in the morning.
Yeah. I know. Oh my God.
But you're like East Coast time.
Yes.
So yeah. So it's like this is appropriate.
Yeah,
for
this
you.
is good time.
Okay. So and you said, but TikTok, you haven't gotten like.
No.
It hasn't worked for you that well.
No, it hasn't worked that well for us. I just think I don't know if our clientele is there. I don't think our clientele is there right now. I just think all of our clients are just on Instagram because a lot of agents don't know how to use TikTok.
Well, the agents are some of the dumbest people in the world.
Yes, absolutely. And so
Yes.
it's like you try to explain Instagram to them. Good luck trying to explain TikTok. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, when the next generation of agents is up, I mean,
Yes.
they're going to be, they came up on TikTok. So,
Yes.
so TikTok.
TikTok.
Yeah. So I think it still behooves us to kind of know how to use it. Although I went on once and I'm like, this is confusing.
Yeah.
So but I'm old.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But when it gets to that point, it's like, now I need to hire someone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Nikki, do you know TikTok?
Do you know
Oh,
TikTok?
no, she's given the
Dang.
no. Man, damn it.
Dang.
Nikki's good at Instagram. She's like,
Yeah.
she's been like doing some content with us. And
I love it.
It's good. It's good. Okay, so I think that's enough social media talk. Let's take another quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to have more with you, Alex. And then I'm teasing these action items. I know they're going to be great.
Yeah.
So, all right. Oh man, there has been so much big news in the world of iGUIDE, and look, lucky us, we got Skylar from iGUIDE here. Skylar, lay it on me. What's going on in iGUIDE town?
Reed, hey, what's going on? Well, we're excited for 2025. I think, as we look to what's ahead, doubling down on how we can help all of you real estate photographers and media companies grow your business.
Love it.
Obviously, one of the highlights coming out of the last few months has been the launch of the Planix R1. So our new flagship camera system's out in the market, out in the wild. Reviews are coming in very positive, but yeah, I think it's reframing and then continuing to support all of you in terms of growing and really enablement tool to add to your business and to drive more revenue.
Oh, all right. Yeah, we have one of those cameras on order. I'm excited. I cannot wait to get it. We're pretty stoked. So, we're going to be doing some iGUIDE stuff. I love it.
Can't wait.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay. We're all in for 2025. That's the theme. We all want to grow our businesses. And it sounds like iGUIDE has a plan, has the product to help us do that.
We're here to support all of you.
All right. So it's goiguide.com. So please check it out. Everyone there's so great, and it's a great product. And Skylar, thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks, Reed.
So we're back with Alex and Alex Coombs of Northern Spruce Media in Hamilton, Ontario. And Alex, I was looking at your Instagram last night. I shouldn't have been. I should have been asleep, but it was like 1 a.m. And I again, all my stories involving you, I was drunk.
Yeah.
But
oh my God.
I had been drinking.
I love it.
And I was looking at your Instagram, and you were teasing, and the Northern Spruce Media, you're like, guys, it's like we've had this in the makings for a year, and we're so excited. We're gonna launch it. I mean, it is just gonna change everything. And like, can you spill the beans here? What it's gonna be? Because you haven't told your clients.
No client knows. So basically, we want to grow the company in a very creative way. So we have Northern Spruce Media, which is all real estate media.
Right.
But we have, over the last, I would say, even couple years, have built such an amazing portfolio of like high-end promotional content, commercial content. And I'm like, don't post it because I don't want realtors to think that they can get this same quality for a very small budget. And I'm like, man, absolutely not.
Yeah.
So I think on November 20th, we're launching Northern Spruce Creative. So it's going to be a completely different Instagram account, completely different Facebook website. The website's being built right now. And it's just like high-end commercial-based, product-based, tourism-based content. So we're going to be doing digital marketing, so SEO, Google Ads, all that kind of stuff, which is huge.
Yeah.
And we need it as well. So like my mind was like, if I'm going to hire a post-media agency to do my SEO, which I haven't done because it was too much money, I was like, why don't I just hire someone and then, get clients that are going to make us that much money that I was going to spend.
Yeah.
So we do that. We already do social media management.
Oh God.
So we have 13 actual clients right now, but we want to grow that. And that grew 13 from literally 2 at the start of the year. And now we have 13 people that we're managing, which is awesome.
13 clients. Okay. So how many people are managing those 13?
One person.
Ooh, and that's their full-time gig.
That's their full-time job. Yeah.
Oh, that seems like a nightmare.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And a lot of it is real estate, but we also have a ton that are just not real estate agents. So it's like people are finding us once again through our Instagram account because it looks so sick.
Right.
And just wanting us to manage their account because they want it to be like ours. And then people want their content to be like ours. So we hired a content creator. So now that content creator is shooting so much stuff. But the main thing for Northern Spruce Creative is just to basically expand into more of an agency, not just real estate. I want them completely separate, two different identities.
Yeah, no, because I think the pricing structure is so different.
So
realtors,
different.
it's just, and look, the economics of their business is such that they can't pay what we would charge for, a different client. So, so I totally get that. I mean, whew, man, but it just seems like all that stuff is just such a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's we can barely manage our own social media.
Yeah.
So, but I guess if you just have a dedicated person who's doing it, it's just a matter of having the clients. So how much, okay. 2 questions related to the social media management. Are you, well, thanks.
I love the questions. Go.
Okay. Are you producing a lot of the content that's going on? Or you, okay. Like all of it? And then, how much are you charging?
So if someone just wants social media, like remember this is Canadian dollars. So someone says social.
What's the exchange rate right now?
I think it's 1.33.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I spend
$1
fucking
here, it's
$8, it's $15 in Canada, which is terrible. I do not want to spend any money
your
here.
Your drink prices are a little high for you, right? But we're fully stocked here at the bar.
So thank you for the free drinks. I'm going to because I can't afford to drink it right now.
Alex?
Yes.
You own a company with 17 employees and are giant. I think you can afford a goddamn drink.
Oh my God. Yeah, I can. It's going to be expensed, but
exactly. Your company's paying for it.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you charge? What do you charge in Canadian dollars?
$1,300 for social media management.
$1,300 a month.
Yes.
So $1,000 a month US.
Yes. So basically, and we do have a US client, which is amazing.
Oh, right.
So they benefit from that.
But
so that's just all the social media management plus all the little things that go in between. And if they want content, we can do basically either monthly content, but usually the way we're structuring it is if you sign up for social media management, you need to provide us with the content or you need us to shoot the content.
Right.
Right. Because if you don't have the content that looks good, your Instagram is going to look like shit, no matter who's handling it, Monkey or us.
Yeah,
so it's just like they coincide with each other.
Right. So creating the content is additional to that $1,300 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that can be depending on how much you're shooting and what you're doing.
Usually we take that $1,300 to $2,000 a month. And we bang out a bunch of content for them. And then we spread it out.
You can't gloss that over.
Yeah.
Banging out a bunch of content for them for 700 Canadian dollars a month.
Yeah.
What is that content? How much are you providing?
That's usually 2 reels a week. So it's
2 reels a week.
Yeah.
And that is usually the person that are in the reels. So you have to coordinate. And do you like batch them all? You do them all in one day?
We shoot it all in one day. So it's either like a half day or, if they're doing full day, it's massive.
8 creative reels a month. And are you coming up with the concepts?
We work together with the concepts. So it's like beta testing. Like when you get someone to sign up, it's like, what is working and what isn't working? Usually somebody's face is always going to work. People can connect with somebody, right?
Right.
So that usually does really well. But other than that, it's just like beta testing for 3 months to see what's working. If whatever hits, we do more of that. Right. Whatever sucks, we scrap it and do something different.
That just the economics of that seems so thin to me. Like it's like where you're $2,000 a month to manage the social media, and that means you're like, responding to comments. You're like doing.
We don't do that.
Oh, you don't do that. Okay.
Yeah, we don't do the ghostwriting or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, but producing the content, managing it. And you have to do 8 reels a month, and they have to be good. And it's not just like a walkthrough of a house.
Yeah.
Ooh, man.
Yeah.
It's
a lot, but like at the end of the day, like we kind of have it so down pat that it's like if the agent isn't ready or whoever it is, if they're not ready, then it's on them. So if we can only out of the 4 hours of shooting 8 pieces of content and we only get 5, it's on them. Right. Ultimately. Yeah.
Right. And do you just have like some kid who's just like creative, just like doing it? I mean,
oh my God, I have like, here's the thing. She used to be my student. And so
the student in what like is?
So I taught at the college level for 11 years. So I taught her and she was so good and I hired her and she is crushing it. Like
Right.
she's just all of our cool shit. She's all doing. And I value her so much. So it's like, I've let her have room to grow within the company. So the fact that we're launching the creative thing is just like, she's like amazing. We're doing a lot of food and drink right now and like tapping into a lot of different things. The agent talking head is kind of boring to her, but I'm like, you know, it's the subscription based stuff that is rocking, you know, it's like they have to sign up for 6 or a year at least, or else we will not do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So no, I mean, that's just like guaranteed revenue.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah, we've been trying to, you know, we've put a toe in with that, but I think it's just hard because Chelsea, who does our admin, you know, can do some of that. But then if she's doing that, then guess who's doing admin?
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
And that's a disaster.
Yes.
On so many fronts.
Oh man,
right?
I know.
Yeah.
I get it.
So it's like, but we don't, you know, it's almost, we got to do if you build it, they will come, because we got to probably hire somebody and then try to get the clients or something, because I don't know. We've just haven't cracked the nut on it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But you just seem to have so much more energy than I have. So it's like, I feel like you
I don't drink all the time.
Oh, well, well, I'm not changing that.
Yeah.
So,
Well, there you go.
Okay. I want to talk about something else, because you pulled like I feel like a super baller move on me. So
oh god,
we had been messaging on the networking app.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, hey, you're interesting. I wanted you to come on the podcast. Can we do it? Let's do it on Tuesday, blah, blah, blah. And then you messaged me a few days ago and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot I was taking this 2-day workshop.
Yeah.
I was like, one, how did you forget that?
Yeah.
Because it's like $2,000 or something.
I know, so stupid.
And then you follow it up like 2 days later. No, that time will work. I'm just flying out one of my shooters and they're going to take it instead.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, that was like,
I know. So funny.
That's a flex right there.
Yeah, I know. You know, it's so cool because it's like, first of all, I don't even know why I was doing the course. Like for me to like just try and take in all this, like all these notes and apply, and I don't even shoot anymore. I'm like, this is stupid. Why would I do this? I was just so energetic on the website, and I was like, I want to do this. Blah, blah, blah. I'll pay forever.
That sounds great.
I'm like, cool. And then when I realized, and then like you wanted to meet with me, and then like some other businesses wanted to meet with me, I was like, fuck, I should be networking, not doing fucking a photography course that I don't want to do anyways.
Nothing against Wayne and Tony Fraser.
No,
they're
my
amazing.
God,
They're
amazing. Love it. But I was like, someone else on my team can benefit and actually implement these things into the photo side of things. So it was a smart
when you have
move.
a larger team, I mean, you presumably have someone who's kind of more heading up that side of it, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. And then they're also chuffed because they get to come out to Las Vegas and feel all
God,
important
I know.
and like, you know, I'm doing the thing and
And you know what? That's the thing too. It's just like, I'm the type of person who loves, I'm a giver, so I will give as much as I possibly can. So being able to give that opportunity to a team member is just so cool. I wish I could bring all 17 people here. We could all just be like, no,
it's fun. And we're happy to have Nikki here. I mean, I feel like the conference itself is probably more geared towards owners.
Yeah.
And I don't know, and it'll be curious, Nikki, after this, how you feel of how beneficial it was for you. But, you know, so it's like, I don't know if I want to bring everyone every year, but it's also, it's fun. And it's like, it makes you feel, I don't know, a part of the community.
Yeah, I love it.
And it's bonding for the team, and you know, so it's good. Is this your first time?
It is.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I'm super pumped to be here.
Yeah. It's great. Wait till the pre-registration parties tonight, and that's always really fun. And you meet a ton of people, and so it's really No, it's a good move. If you're kind of branching out into this the digital marketing side, I feel like that's going to take up a lot of your mental space, right?
It will.
So how are you, what's the plan? Are you going to kind of hand off the real estate side a little bit more? Or, how are you going to manage both of those things?
So that's a really funny thing is I also have the mindset of I hire experts for their roles. I'm not going to hire somebody who cannot handle what their task is. So we have leads in all departments. So I have the creative department where like the social media manager, he's lead of that. And then the content creator, she's lead of that. And then the video side of things for real estate, he's lead of that. Same with photo, editing, so on and so forth. So we all have our individual roles and everyone's watching their team below them, so it also gives people like, I'm a lead, I got to do this. And
I got
like
a
this,
promotion.
yes, exactly. So it's really, really cool to see like people excited and like take their role super seriously. Now, when it comes down to splitting it, and honestly, like, since I do have so many people, I don't need to, micromanage anything anymore.
Right.
And like once I have that trust with my team, I'm good. So I have the trust now, and it took a while to get there. But at this point, I'm looking for a challenge. You know,
Right.
I need a challenge to like keep my brain flowing.
Right.
And the challenge for me this year is all marketing and sales. Like, you know, I can meet with somebody and then get them on a contract within 2 seconds. And it's just because they see my face on social media.
Right.
They automatically have the trust. And then I know my shit from top to bottom.
Right.
And if I don't, I make it up and I seem like I do. Thanks,
Right,
ChatGPT.
right. Yeah.
But other than that, it's just like, it's going to be a hard shift, but I think it's going to be easy just because I do have the delegation spread out very well.
No. I mean, I think that's what you have to have. And then what you're doing is you're really focusing all your time and energy into the thing that you're best at.
Yes.
And also the thing that generates the most revenue for your company, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, and that's the thing is that I feel like I maybe not as well as you, but I can sell as well. You know, I can get in there. And if you just like have some confidence and have some charisma, and be authentic. I mean, you just have to be authentic. That's really the biggest thing. Then it's like, I don't think it's that hard.
No,
you know?
it's
just not. But I think for some people it is really hard because they don't have, and not that we're better or anything like that. It's just like, we all have different kind of skill sets. And so
I think sales I think it's a natural thing. It just has to come naturally. Like, you can train and learn super simple tactics and stuff, but it's the authenticity. It's like being able to do that and relate to somebody and be like super vulnerable is massive.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, being vulnerable. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do that all the time.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. I know. I've like broke down crying with clients before.
Yeah.
And I was, but I'm why am I talking about
Don't get
crying
into that
again?
right now. Yeah. Stop.
You know how it goes. Alex, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh my God. I would love to see myself in different provinces in Canada. So, I mean, I'm talking about,
Canada. Look out, Canada.
Look out, Canada. Here I come. They're already afraid. No, I truly have this mindset as well as like, I don't want to create caps for people in my business. You know, people have stayed with me for years. Right. Because they see and they believe in like where we're going. Right. And they know I want to grow like crazy. I hate climbing a mountain and sitting on like sitting there and like camping out and like not growing. And I felt like we did that for a couple years. And I was like, fuck that. This year we're going nuts. And we did. You know, I was like, guys, remember 8 months ago we were just camping out here and we were talking about this. Now look at where we are. Yeah. And they're like, holy
I want to go nuts.
Yeah. You just have like this risky mindset. But 5 years, I'd love to be in different provinces and then having my leads lead those different roles. You know what I mean? And just like
having just different offices and being able to kind of export your people. And,
exactly. Like Northern Spruce Media, I didn't say like real estate media or anything like that because I didn't want to put a cap on the company. And that was my mindset 7 years ago. Now I'm just like, okay, Northern Spruce Media, this is like a very heavy Canadian based company. And now I just want to make Northern Spruce Northern.
Well, and then we're kind of getting close to time here, but but just in the background, you said you were teaching for 11 years. What were you teaching? Were you teaching media? I mean, what?
Yeah, so I was teaching photo, video, and video editing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So then you're like, I actually want to make money from this, so I'm going to actually go out there and
So I did both at the same time for, I guess, 5 years. And then I started being a shitty teacher, and then I started being a shitty business owner, and I was like, something has to give, and I cut the teaching.
Yeah. So
I'm not going to grow from that.
No. You got all you could get out of that.
Yeah.
Well, and to me, when you did that, that really meant you had to take some action.
Yes.
So I think that means it is time for our action items.
Yeah.
Our action items today are sponsored by Pixel CRM, the only CRM that is made by a real estate photographer for real estate photographers and media professionals. It's an amazing tool, fully fleshed out. You can do so many things with Pixel CRM. I urge you to check it out. It's Pixel CRM. That's PIXL. CRM.com. And if you add right after that.com, if you add a little /Upmarket, you're going to be able to get a free month of service to check it out. So check out pixelcrm.com /Upmarket. I'm going to go first because,
go.
Well, mine, and it's really inspired from you.
Okay.
And my action item is to get in one of your clients' videos, because I just like I'm so intrigued by that. I'm personally not going to do it. I'm going to make Mark do it. But I think that's so interesting, and I think it could just bring out something that is unexpected for you. But I think you have to do it in an authentic, creative way. Go to Alex's to Northern Spruce Media's Instagram, and you can see those videos and get a sense of what we are talking about. If I remember, I'll put a link in the show notes, but I'll probably forget.
You know what the thing about the Friday feature too is, like, I have that catch line, and then when I go and I meet people expect me to say it right away, and it's like, it's almost like celebrity or whatever, they expect that like celebrity catch line. So when I go and I say it, they're like, oh,
people expect me to be drunk.
Yeah, no doubt. I expect you to be drunk. I'm surprised you're not. I just met you. Yeah, but do it. It's great.
All right. Okay. All right. So, Alex, action item.
Okay, so I love being I've already mentioned it, like the Ritz-Carlton of real estate media.
Right.
So the one thing that I always like to do, and it's because, when we get mail, what do we receive? Fucking bills and things. We don't receive nice things. So I'm like, why don't we just like put that extra touch in, So a client just spent X amount of dollars on me. Why don't I just write them a card saying, hey, thank you so much. It was so nice working with you. And it's not only me doing it, I now get my team to do it sometimes, So we do this client care month where it's just like, we're going to put so much time into client care. Let's all write either really nice emails after every single shoot, or let's write letters. Letters are the best way to do it. But usually every Friday, I have a stack of cards on my desk, and I fill out every card written and send them off in the mail.
That's the behind the scenes feature Friday, right?
Yes,
there.
That is.
Interesting. That sounds like a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
Yeah,
it is a lot of work, but it's fun because you get to write something so personal to every client.
Yeah, I would be like, inwardly I despise you, but I really
I should write something like that and just be like such a dick, and then be like, just kidding, love you.
You should. You should. Alex, I want to say thank you very much for taking the time. I know it's a busy week here for all of us, but thank you for coming in and hanging out. It's super fun to talk to you. And Nikki, thank you for helping out. And thank you, of course, to everyone at PMRE, and even more so our listeners, because that's who makes this all possible. So thank you to our listeners, and I hope you learned as much as I did from this episode. All right. So thanks again, Alex.
Thank you.
All right. See you soon. Upmarket is a production of Upmarket Studios. This episode was produced by Chelsea Froelich and edited by Bethany Diedrich. Thank you so much for listening, and we really hope you listen to the next one too. In the meantime, our wish for you is to not have to shoot any Friday night Twilight shoots. Thank you for everything.